going up would net me something. Going left is for something special. So, very quickly, taking out this Anku nest. Aku. There we go. We also have blue butterflies, which will dive bomb us. Rio's from Zelda. Not Rio's from Zelda. Was thinking Rito for a second there, but Rio's from Metroid. And you, of course, have a large variant which just does more damage and actually has a projectile tied to it. So, the other factor of health is how much an enemy drops is based on how hard they are to destroy. Anku Nest being harder to destroy gives you more health. Also, my rate of fire with the Axiom Disruptor seems a bit, erratic. That's for good reasons. Because it's on right bumper of all things, I get tired out very fast pressing it. So, blowing open all these bubbles nets us a power-up. One we wouldn't have seen for a while had we not had one here. The size node permanently increases projectile size for weapons. So that just does what it says. Basically, the projectile's hitbox and sprite get larger. This does not increase damage at all. Which is sad, but also I get why. There is a genuine power-up for shot types. So, my brain's going weird because I think plus should open up the map and minus should open up the inventory, but minus just opens up the last tab you had open. Alright, remember this room? Of course you do, it wasn't that long ago. We can now open it. And head on through to a room full of Nautilite and a scissor beak. This enemy has the particular trait of, if you go across its line of sight laterally, well, horizontally specifically, it will move from wall to wall. And you can only strike it while it's outside the wall or at its beak. Before we head up and left, let's head down and right. Well, this is a room we can't get through. There are blocks in the way and a power-up over there. That is a power node. That increases our shot strength. Well, just generally increases the strength of the Axiom Disruptor. Now that I think about it, it affects everything this gun does. That could be declared damaging. Up and to the left is our save room. Quite a nice place to go, since it will fully replenish your health, and, bonus, save your game. So, what's this final path? Well, it's something I have to describe very quickly. 1, the music change. 2, the thing on the wall. And 3, the red door on the other side of the room. This indicates the next room contains a boss. Whatever way the doorway is different colored. So if we enter through... I didn't mean to do that. If we enter through the standard color door of the area, so in this case, this metallic color, versus that door over there, the other colored door is symbolizing a boss room. Kind of helps that Spider Jesus is right on the back wall there. Kind of hard to miss. And I call it that because, well, you got the 8 legs, and they're splayed out. So, I feel like that's a right analogy. I mean, you could also see, like, some demonic skull there or such. This isn't a Rorschach ink blot test, so let's move on. And face our first boss. If you needed more indication that this was a boss, the room color is red on the map. Crap, I'm trapped.
Demon.
Whoa, hey, you can talk. Cool, listen, I'm a lost and...
Demon. ATHETOS say kill.
So welcome to a boss that I don't know the name of. Genuinely, most of the bosses I don't know the name of. So I have given every boss in this game, as soon as I find it, a different name. to differentiate themselves from just demon. I jumped too soon and jumped into the explosion. That's fine. It's not too hard to avoid this boss's attacks. And what Metroid boss did I give this thing the name of? I did it again. I thought it exploded sooner. But anyway, this thing I have dubbed Spore Spawn because of the erratic shot pattern. So, if you're wondering how long the boss takes to kill, the redder the boss, the lower on health it is. Damn. Oh, this is not going well. Whoop. Okay, now we're on low health. I did horribly there. So, that just kind of shows that boss off. It only has 2 shots. Spreading shots around the room and laying down mines, essentially. The mines are the tricky ones of all things for me, because I always think they change speed at which they detonate, which they kind of do the lower the health of the boss. But at the same time, it's always a constant. It doesn't change between what he fires out. So, another thing, out of the attempts I've had to record this and fought against that boss, I have done worse each subsequent time. First time, no damage. Second time, I took a shot when I shouldn't have. Third time, I almost die. So that just tells me this is kind of my last attempt at recording this. Otherwise, I'm just never going to get past that boss. So, what's our prize for beating it? Another undulating orb which holds the laser drill. A high-powered drill capable of cutting through rock. Yep. So, aim it down at these convenient rocks, and we'll dig through them. Plus, now, we can combine abilities to move through the area. And we can grab ourselves our power node. Permanently increases weapon and item damage. And of course, not every rock we can drill through is going to be as, obvious. So we might as well save and hope that I don't get any worse through this, otherwise I'm never going to complete this game. Oh. Okay. With the drill, we have a few options of where to go. Come on. There we are. My aim's already getting worse. If we head back up here, we can grab ourselves a nice little power-up. There we go. Yeah, right above the room where we got that size increase. We have our introduction to, I had their name, and then it was just gone. Green gliders. There we are. I have a little enemy list on the side, and sadly, bosses don't count for that list. Or if they do, I just haven't found them. Anyway, moving through the room, we have plenty of green gliders to get through. And it might be a good idea to not, stand next to them when they explode. But our prize is a new shot type. The Multi-Disruptor fires 3 projectiles at a time. So, now I can switch that over. So, here's the Multi-Disruptor. For my purposes, it's not too great. It's very short range, and there's a better short range weapon coming up. But now I can show off what happens when you truly have the quick select set up. So, pressing the button for the quick select a second time while you're on the quick selected weapon will send you back to the last shot type you had active. That wasn't a quick select. So, this allows me to swap between 3 weapons fairly quick. Most of the time I'm going to use this for shot types I use a lot, or shot types that are used a lot for puzzles. So for instance, Nova, due to it being able to essentially shoot around corners. Yeah, let's head through here. So we have some more scissor beaks, a novel eye which I quickly killed, and the next room contains a green cephalopod, very easily taken out, as well as some world noise, and a new enemy whose name escapes me because, yeah. Most enemies you can kind of guess based off of a sea creature, but after a quick glance, that is a Spiru down there. Going into here, we should encounter more of them. Yep. And we can't go any further because, well, that isn't right. The world's glitching out, and now we can talk about a bit more of the game's style. So you have reality glitching, but you also have these weird monsters calling you demon. So, is this a Doom situation or a System Shock situation? Simulation, reality controlled by a machine, alien world also controlled by a machine, or depths of hell. Take your pick, honestly. All are kind of equally valid. This room is something we can't do anything with. Don't have the jump height. Might as well have checked. Heading down here. Way to the left and way to the right. Left leads us to nothing. Except for another power-up. But we can't get that power-up. So I'm taking my time going through here because low on health. Of course, midway through the room, well, at the end of the room, we find a new power-up. The health node permanently increases health, and much like an E-tank or piece of heart, or not piece of heart, heart container. Sorry, get those two mixed up a lot. Increases your maximum health and fully restores it. So, we have maybe one other place we could head to. A few other places, actually. Seeing as... Actually, no. I went through those. I'm just forgetting that 2 paths are glitched. One, I don't have the jump height for, and the other, I don't have the jump height to go through to pick up a power-up. Well, moving from one area to the next, we're now in Apsu. We started in Erebu. If I get pronunciations wrong, please don't lynch me. I try my best. So, starting off, we have a save station. What better way to start an area than with a save station?